Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 13. We're finally going to Grenada, okay? And all I can say is justice for Drew, okay? The Drew hate train got to end. It needs to come to a stop. It's been old, actually, and y'all running into the ground, okay? Let's get into it. Before I forget, please do your girl a solid. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. If you enjoy this content, share, tell a friend and tell a friend. Do all the things because I'm trying to get remonetized before the season of Real Housewives of Atlanta ends. If not, I may have to say adios to YouTube. So before we get to that point, be sure to help a sister out, like the video, and all the things. Okay, now that we got the good stuff, the church announcements out the way, let's get into the episode. So we see Kelly arrive at Shamia's so they can prepare the donations that they're giving to Grenada because, the major city didn't get hit, but the surrounding smaller cities got hit because of a major storm. So great to give back, love to, give back to the people when we can, okay? What we can, when we can. Now, Shamia's garage is full, honey. Stuff filled to the ceiling, okay? Boxes stacked on stacked on stacked. But, I ain't expecting everybody to have a bunch of things like Shamia does because everybody don't got Shamia's money. But, bring what you can. And some people take that literally, and we'll get there. But anyway, all the other ladies donated, and Broke Edie comes. Here comes Broke Edie, arriving with a loose, half-open box. Talking about, I couldn't fit nothing else in my car. I'm going to have somebody bring something later. So Shamia calling her on her bluff, like, oh, well, they come in an hour, so you might want to have them come. Now, I didn't see her call nobody and said, oh, you better hurry up and get that stuff. She didn't even play it off. She was like, yeah, next subject. Talking about she called her at the last minute. Everybody else sent over stuff. Everybody sent over at least a nice hefty box. You came in and Shamia shook that stuff out that box, and it was 2 packs of Charmin tissue, some toilet paper, and a Kleenex box. That's the most you can do. You couldn't get, at least get some Bounty paper towels or something put on your credit card. Nothing. Ooh, broke me. You ain't had to say somebody was gonna bring something. You ain't got to lie to kick it. You ain't got it. And you have no business being on this show. Like, okay, if we letting people on here who, ain't got it like that, let me get on there and cut me a Bravo check. Okay. I don't need to get paid what Kenny was paid. I'm doing a nice little penny, but you know what I'm saying? I'll bring more than Britt does. If that's all, that's the best she can do. Surely I could have racked up and got more out of my mama's pantry than this. Anyway, Shamia said Britt's box was bare and naked. I hollered. Her box was bare and naked, okay? Barely even zipped because she didn't bother. She didn't care to make it look presentable. I don't know why she brought that over with the cameras rolling. She was better off dropping that off, like at night when nobody was around and just leaving it outside of Shamia's garage and then just leaving. She was better off doing that. So Broke Me has the audacity to ask the ladies if they enjoyed her low-budget event. And Brokey said that she was stressed due to her event planner not getting the details right. Now, that lady said she came out and spoke. And we didn't even know who she was. She's like, I had to clear my name. She said I was just a decorator. Okay? I was handling the decor. I was the decorator, and that's it. I was not nobody's event planner. And matter of fact, I'm still waiting to get paid. Ooh, Broke Edie. So Shamia talks about her one-sided beef with Drew. Don't care. And the lackluster confrontation that she had with Portia at that restaurant. Yawn. So Portia meets with Drew in the next scene, and Drew's stiff wig. And Portia said that is not Go Naked Hair. And the producers was like, Drew said it is Go Naked Hair. And I believe it is Go Naked Hair. Portia don't even know what's going on with the Go Naked Hair because she don't wear Go Naked Hair, child. That's allegedly, though. That's just my opinion. So Portia once again tries to discuss Drew filming with Dennis. Let this be the last time we hear about this. I don't even want to touch it at the reunion. I don't want to hear about it ever again. I don't care. I don't think anybody does care. If you care, speak on it. Let it be known in the comments. But me, I don't. I am tired. Okay. This whole season has just been the same conversation every single episode. My goodness. So Drew was like, hold on, wait a minute. But you filmed with Ralph. The nerve. And the scandalous heifer sure did. Portia insinuates that Drew is dating her friend Black. And then she said, why would Drew let the rumors of her and Dennis dating linger if she was really dating Black? First of all, y'all probably think y'all thinking it's Black and Dennis, and it's probably somebody else, y'all. Y'all don't even know who it is. Nobody, Portia, shut up. Don't nobody believe no rumors of Drew and Dennis dating. You the one that's making up that rumor, and nobody's buying it. Nobody. Shamia tried to help you push it, and it's not going nowhere. We don't believe it. We do not care, okay? So Drew said Black is just her friend. She's not dating. Drew is getting divorced from a real marriage. Now, do I think it's a real divorce, or is it just a divorce for the storyline? Could just be the divorce for the storyline, knowing Drew and Ralph, but that's besides the point. This is not some scam, shim sham of a marriage like yours, Portia. Please. So, Drew said that Portia is dating Future, and Portia says she's not. Portia be lying so much. Y'all say Drew lied. Portia lied so much, I don't know what to believe, okay? I just know, Portia, leave Drew alone. Leave that lady alone. So Drew said Portia's anger is misdirected, and Portia gets mad and leaves. And she leaves in a Mercedes-Benz. What happened to the double R's? What happened to the Rolls Royce? Simon came back and got it. Because at this point, they was going back and forth on them internet streets. So the ladies are all packing for Grenada. Angela is talking to her daughter about trying to sell a house. Girl, at this point, just rent out the houses, okay? If you can't sell them, just rent them all out, make them an Airbnb, do something. But I'm tired of this. They ain't nobody buying. Nobody told you to get 7 at once. I don't know what you was trying to do there, but don't do it no more. So Kelly shares with her girls that she's traveling and won't be home on their first day of school. Now, I would have just been late to Grenada because I'm not missing that. I'd have been coming later in the day, the next day, whatever. I know they're hosting, but Shamia would have just had to hold it down. Sorry. So Kelly asked her friend Lamont to drop the kids off at school. And Lamont looked overwhelmed, as would I, because you got to drop off 4 girls at 3 different places, starting. You got to get the first batch of kids there by 7 a.m. It's crazy how these kids, because when my son was at elementary school, he had to be at school at 9. Then he started middle school and had to be at school at 7:10. Like, wait a minute. What? Why the 2-hour time jump? And I'm not a morning person. And he was getting to school earlier than the high schoolers. Like, it's too much for me. So Lamont said he spoke to Kelly's husband, estranged husband, and the husband said he has no desire to co-parent with Kelly. And Kelly is almost in tears because she can't wrap her mind around why her ex is choosing to be absentee. Because he never really cared about, it wasn't about them kids. Like, he wanted to have the kids because he wanted to be tied to you, girl. He can't have Kelly, so he don't care about the ties to the kids, and he knows him being absentee will hurt Kelly. So that's all. He don't care about hurting the kids in the process. He just want to get at Kelly. Now, I had an ex, if you've been with me for a while, who was a legitimate stalker. Not somebody who was just blowing up my phone and being a pest. Like, no, a real live, like, I'm scared for my life stalker. So I can only imagine dealing with that. And then that's the man I have to also try to co-parent with. Like, and that's the man who's trying to take my money. Like, ooh, child, that's a lot, Kelly. But, because I'd be like, stay away. But easier said than done. She's doing it by herself, and I do really sympathize and empathize with her because she's doing it. She's a single mom of 4. It's exhausting, and the more kids you have, the more exhausting it is. Like, when I have one, I was fine. I was still fine. Like, I'll get tired here and there, but there's a huge difference each kid you add to the plate. Okay, the 1 to the 2. 2 feels like 20. It's a drastic difference. I don't even want to think about what 4 feels like. Okay. No. Woo. But Kelly, your daughter's gonna know who was there and who wasn't. They gonna know. It's okay. Like, it's tough right now, especially because the younger ones are still young, but it'll pay off in the long run. Everything will work out the way it's supposed to. And maybe it's for the, and I hate to say it because you want your family there, and like she said, you do right by your children, but maybe it's for the best, because maybe he'll be around them and mistreat them and ignore them or whatever when they're around. Who knows? We don't really know him, so we don't know. But if he's not wanting to be there, then I don't know if he would treat them the way that they deserve to be treated. So maybe it's best. But it is unfair when everything falls on one parent. Like, you kind of get in survival mode and you feel like you're spread thin. So it's unfortunate, but it'll be okay. But I just know that you can really be sleeping with the enemy, and that making that choice. And I'm not shaming Kelly, because I can't stand people like, oh, choose better. We don't know what his representative was like, how long the representative was up. We don't know what he told her, what he showed her. None of that. It's just, when you choose the wrong person and you realize this is really the enemy that you're sleeping with, that you're in bed with, that can change the whole trajectory of your life and your children's life. So at the airport, Phaedra meets some of the ladies for the first time. She shades Angela. Now, Angela's like, I'm going to give Phaedra, clean slate. I ain't going to go off what I heard about her. I'm going to just make my own opinion about her. Girl, what you heard about her was correct, but okay. I digress. Phaedra said Angela is the oldest looking young woman she's ever met. Phaedra, no, ma'am. No, we're not going to do that. Not so fast. You were the oldest looking 30-something-year-old I've ever seen when you first stepped on the scene. Okay? Let's not do that. Now, when you came up there with a Preston curl, acting like it was a first lady at somebody's church in the early 2000s, you was not given, BBL'd up, allegedly, skin bleaching, blonde wig wearing Phaedra that we see here today. That's not what you was given. So let's not. Okay? Angela got some braids because, when she was wearing them wigs, she was hot and sweaty. The wigs were sliding to the back. So she said, I'm going to get some braids. Good move. Best hair choice on vacation. Okay? I really want some braids when I go on vacation, but I don't got enough hair. So I got to try to force it to work with the wig. Oh, I hate it. So hot. Anywho, it ain't about me. So they get to the destination, and Shamia's bags are still in the A. Her bags didn't make it. Oh, Shamia got money, so she's handling it very well because she could just easily go buy some more stuff. Me, I would be panicking. You hear me? So they arrive in Grenada. They in 2 separate cars. So everybody can't fit in one car. They probably could have got a Sprinter, but whatever. So car 1 is turning up. They taking shots. They getting ready for the festivities. And car 2 is born. So Phaedra, she got to start some mess, because why else would you be here the last week that we're filming? So Phaedra asked, well, who got beef? Where's the beef? And Phaedra said that she doesn't know anything about Drew. She was like, I don't know, she was some child actor or something. I don't know nothing about her. Girl, stop it. Everybody know Drew Sidora. Drew Sidora from the game, okay? Everybody know Drew Sidora. Now, we ain't really know you. I did watch Being Bobby Brown when it came on. And all I remember is Bobby saying Phaedra was the worst lawyer he ever had. And he probably would have got less time if he didn't hire her. But it was something like that. It was I'm paraphrasing. But she wasn't memorable. Girl, you wasn't giving main character energy. We didn't know you till you came in here lying about how many months you were when you were pregnant and you and Apollo was sharing that pickle. Let's not. Okay, anyway. So Drew said that Shamia was loud and wrong when she did her radio interview, when she made reference to Drew saying she speaks 5 languages. She was lying on her song. And she was like, no, Slowpoke. I was talking about the 5 love languages. Shamia, if you want to listen to the song, get it right, girl. I still got to listen to Drew's album, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. So shout out to Drew and Dennis for the album. She gonna have to really push it because as much as they using Drew for a storyline this season, she herself isn't giving, like, she's not, you know, it's kind of, it's like it's boring, but they need her at the same time. It's hard to explain. So once they get to their house, to the Airbnb or wherever they're staying at, get to see some of Grenada. It's beautiful. I'd love to go on somebody else's dime. I am tired of paying for my own trips. Lord knows. So they all got to share a room. I actually don't mind sharing a room with a selective, small, very minute amount of people. And I mean like my mama and like one friend. Those are like the only two people I would. A stranger, absolutely not. Immediately, no. I'm not gonna get my own room. I got to be like when Kenya was like, "Do y'all take black cards?" I can't. It's got to be a hotel down the street. I'll be here when y'all film, and when the camera shut down for the night, I'm going back to my room. But anyway, so we get the room arrangement, and the producers must have been behind this. They ain't make no sense. Now the hosts are sharing a suite or a nice size room. Okay, that makes sense. They're the hosts. Then Portia and Angela are sharing a room. How that makes sense, I don't know, because listen, ain't no way. Portia would still be on my list if I was Angela. And I was even surprised about Shamia not being with Portia because, I know a lapdog would hate to be away from his owner for so long. But anywho, Cynthia and Drew, Cynthia was in her confessional, like, just give me Drew. Like, don't do that. And then Cynthia, a friend of, acting like, I'll just settle and take Drew. Like, y'all doing my girl Drew wrong. I don't like how y'all doing Drew. Even if she do tell tall tales, they all lie. And then Britt is with Phaedra, and I think that's it. Or if I forgot somebody, it don't really matter. But anyway, Britt and Phaedra together. It might start off all laughter and fun and games, but I see them clashing. I don't see them making it, but I feel like the producers was behind it because if I was going to select the rooms, I would make it very obviously fair, so it could be a good, enjoyable time. I would put Drew and Angela because they're actually cool. Angela does really have Drew's back, so that's her ally. Portia and Shamia, because I want to see, okay, besties, go ahead, be in the same room. Kelly with Britt. Phaedra with Cynthia because they are former castmates. So yeah, I think that would have worked out better. So then they pick numbers for the best rooms, and it's just so what a coincidence. Is it a coincidence? Shout out to Nene Leaks, honey. Is it a coincidence that Cynthia pulled? Everybody else got their rooms. It's like, oh, this one got a king bed and a queen bed in the suite, and y'all got your own bathrooms, and they got balconies. And then the room that Cynthia and Drew are in has one nice room with a king-size bed, and the other one has two twin beds. Absolutely no. Absolutely not going to do it. I am not sleeping in no twin bed. This is not college. I'm not in nobody's dorm room, okay? Listen, I'm like 50 Cent. I'm a tall girly. It's just not gonna do. For how many days? 3, 4? So Drew and Cynthia arm wrestle for the room, and Drew wins. But when it's all said and done, well, me personally, I just feel like Brokey and Phony Faye should have just got that room. They bring in Elise to the show, they should have just got that room. But whatever. Even Portia yelled because she was like, "Now, why y'all do that or do her like that? Why y'all got her with the twin beds? Drew ain't did nothing, y'all. I'm the only one that got an issue with her. Like, justice for Drew." And I said, it's bad when Portia got to be like, justice for Drew. Even though there was a heavy hint of sarcasm, it's the principle. The Drew hate train is played. So Phaedra and Britt, they said they don't need to fight over the larger bed. Like, Brokey probably just happy to have a bed. Me, personally, I sleep in a king-size bed every night. So I'm going to take the king-size bed on the trip, too. But, that's just how I would do it. I feel awful about Shamia with the no luggage because everybody was getting ready. But even if she is irritating, that is awful. I don't know how they made such a mistake. Now, Shamia was salty. She in the room talking to Kelly, and she's salty that Drew had tagged her on the IG post, on the Instagram post, calling her out, talking about what her commentary she made on the interview. Like, she ain't just throw no subtle shade, and Shamia thinks she was talking about her. She said what she said, and she tagged Shamia in it, and I respect it, okay? If it ain't directed, it ain't respected, okay? Drew said, I'm talking about you. And what you gonna do? Sit here in the corner and cry? Like, what you gonna do about it? And she said what she said. And what? So Drew gave up her nice room after she almost broke Cynthia's arm. She gave it up and let Cynthia have it. So I would feel bad letting you have the twin bed. Girl, speak for yourself. She's a better woman than me, because I'd have been like, girl, you can come sit in my balcony whenever you please. You can't be, not whenever you please. You can ask first, but I'm taking the king bed. You can alternate the beds. I'm not about to be, I won fair and square, girl. Anyway, so Cynthia asked Drew's zodiac sign, and Drew said she's a Taurus. Taurus people are stubborn. Ooh, stubborn people. Ooh. So Cynthia talks about her newest boy toy and his long locks and how he's this great lover. Okay, Stella, I get it, but I've seen what he look like. And it just gets Cynthia just be dating anybody. Like, Cynthia just be dating anybody. Like, she don't got no type, no preference, no nothing. But anyway, Cynthia asks Drew if she's dating and pushes her to get a friend with benefits. Now, everybody knows Ralph is a narcissist. He's going on Drew hate press tour right now, going on any podcast that will listen. Any podcast that will have him, he's going on there complaining about Drew. I hate it for her. And Cynthia, read the room. She still lives in the house with him. It'll get messy. He's still her husband. Maybe she's just actually not ready to date. Like, he's still in the home. It's not like, oh, we're getting divorced and he went his way and I went mine. Cynthia, when you went through your divorces, you didn't have kids, and you had your kid, but they have children together that are younger children, not like a grown adult child. Like, they have kids involved. They live together. They're fine. They got a whole bunch intertwined where this is a lot more difficult. And I just wouldn't be in the room. I wouldn't be in the mood to date either. Definitely not taking nobody serious. Not worried about no friends with benefits. Even if Drew is doing this, she don't want to talk about it on camera. Like, why do you keep pressing it? Like, y'all really want to build up some kind of case? Like, leave it alone. I don't care if Drew is messing with somebody. She don't want to talk about it. Leave it be. Even though, again, the divorce may be staged, may not be, but either way, mind your business. So Drew tells Cynthia that she met with Portia and found out that Portia and Shamia met up with Ralph. Cynthia feels like Portia filming with Ralph is fair game. Like, it's even. Like, oh, well, you call a spade a spade. You was filming with Dennis, so she can film with Ralph. No. 50 Cent. No. It's not the same. And that's why Nene was annoyed with you, because you be flip-flopping and you the girl. Drew is working with Dennis. And she also tried to contact Portia, and Portia snubbed her. Wouldn't take her calls. That's Portia's fault. That is a Portia problem, okay? Portia filmed with that lady's husband to talk trash and talk down on Drew. She was just doing nasty, shady stuff, okay? So nasty, so rude. So it's dinner time. Unfortunately, Shamia packed some clothes in her carry-on, so good thing. And one car, they should have got a Sprinter, but anyway, in one car, Phaedra is discussing deceased peen. Yuck. In the other car, the ladies are yawning and struggling to keep their eyes open. So once they get to dinner, Angela said that it's her 8th year wedding anniversary. And again, I would have been at least a day late. I would have had to see y'all the next day, but I'm certain, I'm willing to bet on it. And this was before I even saw the previews for next week. I'm absolutely positive that Charles is overwhelmed with joy that he's in the house by himself. Like, I don't think he cares at all. I'm sure he don't mind. So even Portia was confused because, this is the estranged wives of Atlanta, okay? What are you doing here with us? The divorcees in progress, pending divorcees. Girl, is celebrating with, stay away from Portia on your anniversary. If you want to keep your marriage, Angela, please. But I guess she said it's her first season. She got to show up. So Kelly wants to get the mess started between Shamia and Drew. Kelly, stop being a flunky and stay out of it. Like, she makes other people's problems her problem. Like, you're making a problem for yourself where there is none. So Shamia goes on a tangent complaining about Drew. And Drew said, because she mad about the lap dog thing. And Drew said a hit dog gonna holler. And I hollered, okay? Not a hit dog gonna holler out of all the phrases. So Phaedra said, did you really mean to call her a dog? And Drew said, well, she was barking at the table. Well, I mean, touche. Yeah, she was barking at the table. That's what she gets on my roof, roof. Girl, are you a cute? Why are you barking and hollering with your tongue out? Oof. Girl, let's not have a dog fight tonight. Let's not. Okay. So Drew is gathering the girls. Okay, period. And Portia finally, for the first time ever, says her friend deserves an apology for the lapdog allegations. No, she doesn't, but that's neither here nor there. Angela steps in and says Shamia needs to apologize for running information back and telling it loud and wrong at that. All y'all run information back. Every single one of y'all run information back. Like, that's what y'all do. This is Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. This was going on when most of y'all was still watching on y'all TV. But I appreciate Angela having Drew's back. Thank goodness somebody does. But again, my issue with Kelly is just, Kelly, somebody got to get the mess started. But Kelly making it seem like she too has some disdain for Drew, and Drew ain't even said nothing to you. Like, who are you, girl? Anyway, so, and they picking up Portia's issue because they just up under Portia. I remember when Sonya did that with Marlo and Sheree, and now look, all three of them off the show. You got to choose wisely when you decide to click up. Portia tells the ladies to leave her and Shamia's lack of a friendship alone. And Shamia looks like she hit the lottery. Like, she's just so overjoyed. It's like when you want your man to act right, you've been begging and pleading, and he finally, or like when y'all want a man to claim y'all, he finally posts a picture, and you're like, oh, my man. That's how she was acting when Portia finally said something regarding their so-called friendship. So after Kelly said Drew has a problem with everybody besides Cynthia. Like, girl, Kelly, what are you talking about? What issues do you have with Drew, Kelly? Name one issue you personally have with Drew. You can't name one. Name an issue you have with Drew that concerns you. You don't have one. Portia and Shamia's issues are one-sided beef issues. They are forcing and pushing because Drew really can't be bothered. Angela was just sticking up for Drew. So what are you talking about? Britt don't got no reason to have an issue with Drew. She just need to fight with somebody because Kenya's gone. So please. Kelly points to Portia because she was like, well, y'all two got like the most beef, so she got to get the ringleader involved. And Drew said she don't have an issue with Portia. Portia has the fake one-sided beef. For her, it's a one-sided thing. Like, this is a one-sided beef that Drew is unaware of. So Portia said, oh, it takes too much energy to have an issue with Drew. Girl, you've been having energy since episode 1 of this season. Like, what are you talking about? So Portia said she did take it too far. She's like, I did take it too far. When I called you out your name at Shamia's birthday party. And Drew said, thank you. She didn't say sorry. Like, what you saying thank you for? I didn't hear her apologize. Like, she just kind of owned that she took it too far, but she didn't say she was sorry about it. But I mean, I guess. Portia brings up Drew and when they had tea and saying that she dates Future, which I wouldn't put it past. I'm putting nothing past Portia at this point. Okay. She like Cynthia. She ain't got no type. And she brings up Drew dating Black. That lady already says she's not dating Black. Like, stop. Because it just makes you look crazy, Portia, not Drew. And Portia, stop spreading rumors. Again, I don't care who Drew dating. I don't care if she dating the girls high. I really don't care. It really don't much matter to me. It don't. Like, I'm tired. Portia needs a real storyline. Trying to figure out what Drew got going on ain't it. It's not working. So Drew explains, she was like, look, you met with Ralph. Like, what if people were like, oh, Portia must have slept with Ralph because she had dinner with him? Like, how would that make you feel? That's how I felt when you kept pushing the narrative that I'm messing with Dennis and we're just doing business together. And the whole Shamia bringing up the comment with PJ, she didn't say nothing malicious. And Shamia just twisted it up. Did she have to say it? No. Was it really malicious? No, I don't think so. And even if it was, the way Portia been going around spreading these lies, she should be glad that's all she got, because I'd have been dragging Portia every which way and calling her all out about that husband of hers. But anyway, Portia didn't like that and said, oh, it's the way Drew moves. It isn't. It's the way Drew moves. Portia, what about the way you move? Because you yourself said you and Drew ain't any friends like that. Y'all ain't any friends like that. So if y'all just co-workers, because that's what I'm hearing, let's not forget when you walked in your co-worker's house and walked out with her husband and her Hennessy. Shout out to Rodney the Voice, okay? Let's not forget when you walked in Fallon's house and you said that wasn't cool like that and you walked out with her husband. What about the way you move? Girl, you got a nerve. So Drew said that she could have texted Portia and told her, even though she tried to call or she tried to contact her and she didn't respond, but whatever. But she said Dennis said he got Portia's blessing, so she moved on. Like, that's his baby mama. Good enough for me, since y'all ain't friends like that. But he's the common denominator, okay? Give Dennis a peach. Clearly, he is the common denominator. He just like to lie. We seen him lie, like, blatantly, unnecessarily, too. Like, wasn't even worth lying about. Just lie for the sake of lying, just to pacify Portia or whoever he's talking to at the time. So Portia said that she was like, you know what? I received what Drew said, and it's over. Good. And I'll never want to hear about it again. So Broke Edie decides she wants a moment. She wants a moment. She got to have a moment, even where it don't fit. Like, I thought the credits was about to come on, and we was going to end on a high, but no. Here come Brokey with her tactics. Girl, simmer down. Okay, you'll get a moment when it makes sense. Right now it don't. So she said to Phaedra, her husband had invited Apollo and his wife to her event to starve. And everyone was confused, including Phaedra. So Phaedra, the confessional gangster, said Apollo is somebody else's husband and somebody else's problem, okay? And Shamia said, bro, read the room. No one is talking about that, but we are still talking about the fact that you left. No, she said we are still talking about the fact that we left your event hungry, okay? Hungry and angry, like two angry dogs fighting over the last bone. I hollered. Not everybody's still talking about your event with not feeding the people, and they still talking about it for a shaper line. And I went to her Instagram page, clicked on the link. You talking about the spring, the line ain't going to be up till July. Why is your shaper line not going to be up and running until July? The season will be off by then. And baby, in case I know you're new to this, but you watched reality TV. When the season ends, we don't care as much, especially you new to. Yeah, we don't want to. The time is now. You should have had this stuff already on and popping before your little mishap with Kenya. And then people might have actually supported it. Ain't nobody about to buy that stuff now, girlfriend. Too little, too late. You did it the wrong road. I don't know what the budget's like. I don't know if you've been calling Sheree for advice. I wouldn't. Don't bring Brittany back. I don't know what kind of contract she signed, but I don't want to see Britt Broke Edie no more. Now, I do want to see Angela on FaceTime with Charles looking like she about to cry because he didn't care about the anniversary. I hate it. Charles, please. Be nice to your wife one time on camera. I do like Angela, but ooh, Charles is a piece of work. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.